Hey folks, how you doing? I'm back here in Bermuda again, and shout out to everyone out there. Actually, today I'm in beautiful Horseshoe Bay. How you doing? All right? Yeah, I'm here enjoying a lovely morning, going for a walk. Kind of breezy. It's nice, quiet. Everybody's doing their exercises. So now, today what I'm going to talk to you about. Hey, special shout out to some people have asked me, when am I going to do one in Horseshoe Bay? Well, here I am. I'm finally doing one in Horseshoe Bay. So, what am I going to talk to you today about? I'm going to talk to you about complacency. And you know, sometimes in life we get complacent with what we have. You know, and sometimes we're good complainers. That's what we are. We complain very, very good. You know, we get angry. We talk about how bad our boss treats us, or how small the house is, or how much things have gone up, how bad the politicians are screwing things up. One thing we do is complain. And complain, we do. But what do we do for it? What do we do to change the situation? We always stay as is, don't we? You know, sometimes we take a lack of action towards things. Any luck so far? So, when we don't take action, and we just stay in the same rut, you know, it's like that old car that we had, you know, that old clunker. I don't know if you had clunkers, but I've had my share of clunkers. And we just tolerate things after things, the little rattles, the windshield wipers. Half of them work, the other half don't, but don't worry, it's all right, it still works. The car that clunks down on you, when you should have been just gotten a new car. But instead, you just tolerate it, and you tolerate it until the day it dies. Well, this morning, I want to talk to you about Frank. Today, I'm going to talk to you about Frank. Frank is a fisherman. And like all fishermen, he has to work hard. So he has to get up early in the morning, like 2 o'clock in the morning, to go to his boat, set it all up, and to go fishing for the day. So he goes out there, gets his boat ready to go out fishing, and starts to get his fishing lines and everything, and starts the boat, gets the boat started. So the boat goes, doesn't start. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Boat won't start. Let me go back to the engine room and see if I could get it going. So he starts fixing the engine and goes back to the starter, and he goes, oh, man. So I guess I'm going to have to call my friend Roy, the mechanic, now. He calls Roy up. Roy answers, flip. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, Frank. So yeah, I know, it's kind of, but you know, the boat won't start. So, well, you know, I won't be there right away, but I'll get there as soon as I can and see, okay, so now Frank has got some time to kill himself. So he's up. What can he do? You know? So he goes walking down the path. There's a little bit of moonlight out anyway, so he walking down the path. He finds a paper bag. And in the middle of the path. Interesting. So he goes to the paper bag, reaches in, pulls out some stones and puts it up to the moonlight. Stones. Okay, rocks. And then an idea comes to his head. He said, you know what? I know what I'm going to do with these rocks. I'm going to go over to the cliffside, and I'm going to start letting out some of my frustration up. So Frank grabs his bag full of rocks and carries it over to the side.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, right. So he carries it over to the cliffside. And then he goes to the edge of the cliff, puts the rocks to the side, and starts throwing them. Grabs the first rock and he heaves it, throws it. And he said, oh, that's for that friggin' boat that doesn't work all the time. Reaches in, gets the next rock, and he heaves it again, throws it as far as he can. And that's for that friggin' engine that doesn't work. Grabs again another rock, throws it for the boat that leaks, and throws it again for the house that has plumbing problems, for the not making enough money. He does just throwing rock after rock. Oh, I don't know, he's throwing these rocks into the ocean. So now he gets to the last rock, and the sun is finally coming out like it is right now. And he picks up the last rock and puts it up to the sun. He finally realizes that they weren't rocks, but they were diamonds. They were diamonds. He's been throwing diamonds into the ocean. And he was like, oh my gosh, what have I done? He's, oh gosh. So he reaches to the bag. Maybe there's at least a couple more left. Maybe there's some still left. So he reaches into the bag. Of course, there's no more diamonds left. He's thrown them all into the ocean. So, but there's a note left. He's like, oh gosh, let me see what the note's got to say. And it says it's a note from God. So, oh, okay. And it says, Dear Frank. And he said, okay, Dear Frank, if you're reading this note now, it means that I've won my bet against the devil. The devil and I had a bet. He said that you wanted to get rich quick. So we put this bag in the path full of diamonds to see what you would do. Would you take the easy path, or you would take the hard way? Obviously, you chose the hard way. You wanted to earn it yourself. So I'm so proud of you, Frank. And there, you know, he explains to him. But remember, Frank, every time you go through hardships, and every time I say, it's so that you will feel encouraged to do something about it. I know you want to work hard at it. So when that boat is leaking, think of that new boat you want to get. And instead of just complaining about the boat, take the inspiration and do something. Okay, Frank was like, oh man. Okay. And then it said at the end, your friend God. And then it has a little PS. There's a little PS in it that says, by the way, keep the last rock. You're going to need it to reconstruct your engine. So, you know, it's one of these great little stories that we hear, and we sometimes forget that sometimes we're just being encouraged. You know, we're going through a difficult time, and we're going through these hardships, but it's really just a way to encourage us. You know, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. So, how much encouragement do we need? You know, sometimes I think we are like the Israelites, you know. And if you remember the movie, The Ten Commandments, where Moses sets the Israelites free, you know, the Israelites were living a life of slavery. They were having a very, very hard lifestyle of pure slavery. And Moses set them free. And if you remember the story from the Bible, there were a lot of events that went to set these people free. You know, and of course we probably all remember the parting of the Red Sea. So, I mean, all of these events took place. Now they got to cross the Red Sea, and now they're into the desert. But the free people, no longer in slavery. Now the Israelites started murmuring and complaining and whining and saying, it's a bit hot, it's a bit this, we don't get food. It got to the point where the Israelites wanted to go back to Egypt. You know, let's go back to slavery. Let's go backwards. You know, and it's like, huh? Complaining to Moses about the hardships. You know, and I look at it sometimes when we're doing marketing, online marketing, and we're not getting quite the results we are. I feel sometimes that we're like the Israelites, you know, that we're complaining. You know, that we're complaining that, you know what, we go up to Moses and we go up to him and we say, hey Mo, you know what Mo, this SEO strategy not quite coming through. You know, I've written 3 blogs and I haven't got my 100K yet, you know. Where's my 100K? I've written my 3 blogs. Oh, that advertising, I spent $100 on my advertising and I didn't make a penny back. You know, hey, how you doing? We're just gonna have to sometime endure and take the punishment as it comes. I know it's good. I mean, you know, It's not easy when we want something so bad and it just doesn't come right away. But you know what? We're being given tremendous encouragement. And sometimes these little challenges, it's not there to put you down, or it's to motivate you, to push you forward. You know, sometimes it's not for you to get complacent. Sometimes we get the small house, not so that we get complacent with the house we're at, but the house we're going to get. You know, so we set our dreams, but let's not just be dreaming about these things. Let's take action and actually make it happen. You know what? I'm going to enjoy the rest of this morning, take a little bit of a walk. Mom, I'm actually in Horseshoe Bay today, so you got to see one of the most beautiful beaches right now in Bermuda. This is a world beach. It's one of the world famous beaches. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to catch you in the next video diary. Bye-bye. Real beautiful. You normally don't see it this, just full of people doing exercises. Really nice.